Explanation in vernacular writing for spring couplets for the year of Jia Chen, 2024. 08. Returning to the inherent state in the year of Gui Mao, acting like a cultivator carrying out the virtue of heaven. Encountering the consequences of the past in the year of Jia Chen, awakening the hibernating dragon, and rejuvenating to strive forward. The phrase returning to the inherent state means to return or revert, indicating a return to the original state, and a cyclic or periodic nature, 7 days for example. This conveys the idea that there is a natural cycle involved. When a person falls ill, especially with conditions like a cold that has no specific cure, many illnesses do not have a cure either. Why is that? It's because, in certain cases, you don't need medication, the body will naturally heal over time. This is referred to as literally, no medicine can cure. However, people tend to be impatient when they are sick and want to recover quickly. In places like Taiwan, doctors might prescribe strong medicines, making patients feel better temporarily, but this approach can harm them in the long run. The more medication one takes, the heavier the burden on the body, leading to potential future side effects. Some conscientious Japanese doctors have mentioned that more than 90% of illnesses can be recovered without medication. This is because the human body has an immune system and the ability to self-repair. It's not about our knowledge, skills, or expertise. The body has an inherent ability to recover, but often, we undermine it. Consider the analogy of a cut on the hand that is bleeding. Should we apply medicine, or should we let it heal naturally? The purpose of applying medicine is to prevent further infection, to keep external bacteria from invading. However, in reality, the body has its own healing mechanism and can recover on its own. The term returning to the inherent state refers to the body that God has given us, which has the true ability to self-recover. Even Holy Mother honestly told us that medicine is poison, yet we often use one poison to counteract another. Is there really medicine that can make us well? When it comes to medicine, what is the best medicine? How do you write the word medicine? In Chinese? Sing alone out loud. Beneath the character medicine, there is the character music. The sages of the past have told us that the most important aspect of music is to harmonize one's emotions. If your mood is harmonious, will you still be sick? All illnesses stem from depression. What is depression? When your energy is blocked, pain begins. Is this considered an illness? The character for music shares the same character as in happiness. How can you keep your mood happy? Just sing your heart out. Therefore, music has the power to heal. Just like this guzheng, a Chinese plucked zither, placed here, everyone assumes that I can play the instrument, but in reality, I don't know how to play it at all. The key is just to produce some sound. This is for self-amusement. Playing whatever you like, regardless of the specific piece, is all that matters. After all, as long as playing brings joy, it's considered music. In the past, when I was painting bamboo, it was a form of release. When feeling depressed, I would make a few strokes, and then my mood would improve. There always needs to be a method. Therefore, ancient arts like music, chess, calligraphy, and painting were all about releasing emotions, harmonizing one's disposition, and regulating mood. This, in essence, is a form of medicine. As long as the mood is good, there is no illness. In terms of Tao, it cannot deviate for an instant. If it could be departed from, it would not be Tao. This is something we inherently possess, not something we acquire through cultivation or learning. The truth is constantly alive and will not disappear permanently. It will always return. Akin spring passes, and summer comes, summer passes, and autumn comes, autumn passes, and winter comes, and when winter passes, spring comes again, a continuous cycle that informs us of the order, the Tao, and the rules between heaven and earth. It is not a matter of doing whatever we please. If we want good health, we must act in accordance with the natural order. Confucius, only as he approached the end of his life, realized the principle of at 70, I could follow my heart's desire without overstepping the bounds. Confucius said this, but how many of us truly understand it? It is not something seen, heard, learned, or cultivated. It is a rule we inherently possess. Therefore, the learning of Tao, the cultivation of Tao, the practice of Tao, and the execution of Tao are all about restoring the inherent rules we possess. We should not think of ourselves as great. It is something we already have within us. This is what is meant by returning to the inherent state. Therefore, returning to the inherent state in the year of Gui Mao, acting like a cultivator carrying out the virtue of heaven signifies that here it becomes acting like a cultivator carrying out the virtue of heaven. With each repetition, amid the movement of the energies between heaven and earth, our bodies and the whole world follow the flow of these energies, which reflects a chaotic state of current situations, numerous health issues, and hospitals filled to capacity, making it practically impossible to address all the ailments. It's a cycle, starting from this year. Many events will unfold next year, but it is also an encouragement for those of us who practice and cultivate Tao to be respectable. Tao cultivators should embody the qualities of cultivators, standing in their own positions, fulfilling their duties, and doing what they are supposed to do. People are strange. They become very pleased when told they have a fortunate appearance or when praised for being wealthy or good-looking. Will wealthy individuals always remain wealthy? This mindset only harms future generations. The essence of cultivating Tao is not to seek a fortunate appearance, it is to embody the qualities of those who practice and cultivate Tao. This is what is meant by acting like a cultivator carrying out the virtue of heaven. Tao cultivators are virtuous individuals. We stand in the heavenly position and should manifest the virtues bestowed upon us by heavens. Qian Ren, Diane Chuan Shi, Tan Ju, lecturer, and Ren Kai all hold heavenly positions. If we stand in a heavenly position but fail to fulfill the tasks assigned by heavens, how can we be considered as acting like a cultivator carrying out the virtue of heaven? Standing in the position bestowed by heaven comes with a divine mission, and we must carry out the tasks assigned to us by heavens. Doing what we are supposed to do in this position is what is meant by acting like a cultivator carrying out the virtue of heaven. This year is the year of the Fu hexagram, and next year, in 2024, it will be the year of the Gu hexagram. Gu represents encounters or opportunities. and can also be described as a rare occurrence or difficult to encounter. It signifies unexpected encounters and events, both positive and negative. Because as is the cause, so is the effect. The good deeds from the past will bring positive results now, while the negative actions will lead to undesirable consequences. This is what is meant by encountering the consequences of past actions. In the past, we have done both good and bad deeds, and the consequences of these actions will inevitably come to us. However, trying to evade or escape from them is futile. Avoiding consequences for a moment doesn't mean avoiding them for a lifetime. Dodging them in this life doesn't mean escaping them in the next. Therefore, it is crucial to face these consequences courageously. Repaying what is owed sooner rather than later and promptly accumulating merits are essential. This way, when debtors come to collect, they can be settled promptly. We are all like sleeping dragons, and next year, the year of Jia Chen, there will be a loud thunder known as awakening of insects, per 24 solar terms. It will wake up those of us who want to continue sleeping. Once awakened, we will realize that it's time to swiftly do what needs to be done, and this is referred to as awakening the hibernating dragon, and rejuvenating to strive forward. Fortunately, Taiwan doesn't experience winter thunder, otherwise, it would be considered quite ominous, symbolizing an impending calamity. However, when the spring thunder comes, that is the awakening of insects, signaling the time to awaken.